Christine again. I'm doing 2 videos in a row before I head to work here. I just thought, you know, last year I was doing the weight loss journey videos and ended them rather abruptly. Of course, we had the wedding and everything going on. Part of the reason why I ended them so rather abruptly is, as you can see, I haven't lost any. I've actually gained. Eating junk on the road got me back into bad habits. I mean, we were on the road for 2.5 weeks, and well, yeah, we'd been to some really fantastic restaurants. We also spent a shitload of time in the car. And so things like having pop again and having, you know, fried foods like at Sonic, which really was disgusting, by the way, all of that, I can't stand the sight of fast food places right now. And, you know, that was back in September of 2015 that we did all that. And it is April of 2016. I have pretty much had to start over. And while we had a fantastic time at the wedding, it kind of depressed me because in costume I couldn't get back in the car comfortably, anything like that. I had to wear a larger corset than I wanted. It just, I didn't feel like me. I mean, yeah, the event was wonderful, but I wasn't happy about it. And, well, yeah, I fell outside the car, ripped up my knee the first day of the honeymoon, almost busted my wrist, did a really horrible sprain on it, and still went a 7-mile hike in a cave. I was on the Intrepid Air and Space Museum and had to climb all these tiny little ladders when I'm terrified of heights because the elevators were shut down. Still got to see the space shuttle, by the way. Very cool. Walked all over New York, walked all over Washington, D.C., walked all over Colonial Williamsburg, Cahokia, Illinois, all these different things. I got to go play in the ocean and stuff, but a lot of me didn't feel like me, and looking at the photos, that kind of depressed me as well. Unfortunately, what people don't realize is sometimes depression, you're to the point where you don't give a flying rat's ass what it is you have. And I let go for a while. It took me several months to get back off of drinking Mountain Dew again, which now I don't have a choice. It gives me heartburn so bad I'll throw up. A lot of different things. For a while I was getting heartburn from just drinking water. So yeah, I've had to go back and change habits again. Now I'm working out an hour every day. That's what time is allowing me to do. I'm out of my blood pressure medication, but because I've had issues with my health insurance, I can't afford to go to the doctor right now and get my thyroid and my blood pressure, so somebody gave me extra of their thyroid medication just so I can keep it an even keel, because missing one day I drop like a stone. Even between yesterday and today, I think my scale's probably shit. I don't know, because I have gained 6 pounds in a single day. I don't eat that much. And it's not for lack of going to the bathroom either. So, yeah, I think my scale's to shit. Probably have to buy a new one. But at this point, I'm at 250 pounds. And that's even with the working out. I've gotten back to eating mostly vegetables, although yesterday I had a hamburger that I pan-fried at home, just because all of a sudden I was going insane. I don't eat much red meat anymore. If I have anything, I'll have like eggs or salmon or something like that. In part, I'm trying to get myself down to meat just once a week. I can't be totally vegetarian. It just ain't gonna work. I tried that last year. I was going crazy. But if I can get down to once a week having something, that'll at least keep my cholesterol levels down. So I'm back at, having the brown rice, having the quinoa, having beans. I'm starting to cook everything from raw form. I hardly use canned stuff anymore unless I get unsalted. Like the vegetable bases I buy are unsalted, stuff like that, because I do have to watch the blood pressure as well, especially at my weight right now. It's been a struggle again, and a lot of people will say, oh, just quit eating and all of this. Well, at this point, I'm fighting my own body again. The depression is lifted, surprisingly, but there's been personal issues that have gone on where it's like my life has just all of a sudden just, I can't even describe it. Things have been pretty amazing, and I think that has helped. I think I have achieved a different level of my spirituality and my own emotional ability, where I'm no longer, even to the dreams I've had that used to be nothing but a lot of nightmares last year, things have really, really changed even on that front. So, I think I have gotten to the point where I can say I've successfully recovered from being abused and from having a life like that. Having a good husband does help. Somebody that you can trust, somebody that, you just love beyond measure. And that, feels the same way about you. We had been together 25 years and as friends, and we had accidentally called each other husband and wife I don't know how many times in the last 3 years that we'd been engaged and stuff, and everybody else had too. So we've been together and emotionally together, and I think that has been a real strong point. And so right now, with that lightening of my mood and some of the other things that have helped, I think having the change in my diet has definitely lightened my emotional load. Even though I haven't lightened my body, my mind is better, not getting all those chemicals in, not getting all that shit in. I do have kombucha tea at least 4 to 5 days a week because I brew my own now. I just set up some vegetables to ferment tonight. Things that I've noticed with having the probiotics that are in the fermented foods that you do at home, I still don't exactly trust, like how much sodium do you get in stuff that you buy in the store and that. So I'm going to eventually start making my own kimchi and things like that too, because I cook with it. You control to an extent the calories, the sodium, and definitely what other additives are in there, because making this stuff at home, you don't get the additives in. And I think those are the biggest problem that anybody's having with trying to be healthy. Not weight-wise alone, but being healthy. Night shift is clearly not helping me physically, but I'm feeling better, and that's got to make a difference. One thing I've noticed is I have had irritable bowel for years with having the kombucha every day, even though, I always ate a ton of vegetables. I eat high fiber everything I have for years. Still didn't fix it. The kombucha, I am not having stomach pains anymore to that extent. I've been doing a lot better that route too. So I definitely recommend anybody look into it. Again, no soda at all. I have black tea if I really need caffeine. Sometimes I'll have coffee, but I can't really stomach that anymore either. What else? I can't lift weights at this point. This shoulder's recovering from a rotator tear. This one, of course, I've still got the damage. I have 4 bulging discs in my neck, C3 and C4, which if they do try to operate on is kind of a 50-50 chance if they try and fix the discs in there, they could actually damage the nerves that control the autonomic nervous system, which is breathing, heart rate, you know, all of that stuff. I'm a little scared. Not only do I have the 4 bulging discs that are putting pressure on the nerve that controls this side, but the rest of the discs in my neck are decaying. I don't know what my spine is doing. So at this point, I live with pain every single day, and I can't really take any pain medication at all because I react to most of it. So I just put up with it. And luckily, I'm with patients where I don't have to lift as much, which is kind of nice. It's helping. I can't lift adult patients anymore, and so I know at some point this is going to be affecting my job, but we've got plans in the works where that's, you know, not going to be so much of a thing anymore. Thankfully, it should be easy for me to go work somewhere else if I really, really have to. But I enjoy being a nurse. I enjoy the kids I have. And I'm going to continue to do that for the time being until I can't anymore. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm pretty much starting my journey over, I think. You know, it's very, very easy to fall into a trap to make yourself backslide again. And I wish I could lift weights at this point, but I really can't. This arm I can't bring out any farther than this right now, although I'm starting to be able to reach up, which makes me happy, but it still hurts right down in here and in my neck down. I slipped on some ice 6 weeks ago outside my car while I was throwing bags into my car, so yeah, I damaged the rotator pretty good there. And I have the AC as damaged as well here, which, again, that I'm probably going to have repaired. But my neck, I'm a little afraid. So right now, no belly dancing because my weight is so bad that it actually has affected a previously broken ankle. It does get hard for me to walk, but I still walk a lot. And I'm very comfortable doing that. I'm biking enough now. I want to get myself so I can start tour riding next year. So doing a lot of bicycling at this point, mainly just indoors because I have a fancy bike out in the garage. We've also had a black kid get gunned down by another black kid in the alley behind my house. The neighborhood is getting that well socially. So it's kind of when we're driving down the road just coming back from the store and random people on the sidewalk are flipping us off just for driving by, and we're not doing anything wrong. I just happen to look out the window and somebody flips me off. I've never met them before. It's a little hairy. To be able to take my 10-mile walks that I was doing last year, I'm not really sure what to do yet. And that is where I've had one nightmare where I've been attacked. And so I guess I have to get my comfort level back. So I'm actually doing indoor workouts right now, and I'm comfortable with that. Even though the weather's nicer, but I'll be out in the garden pretty soon and stuff too, so that'll help. So that's kind of where I am. Actually, the weight today on my dingbat scale said I was at 254. So we're going to make this my starting marking point for my YouTube channel. And, well, I'm starting over my weight loss journey from day one here. We'll see if I can make any improvements. I'd love to be able to get my coins back on and belly dance again because I've got the moves, I've got the muscle strength, I've got the rhythm, and I can dance with a sword on my head. But right now, I'm too fat to support my own weight. So, there it is. So anyway, that's it. If anyone's got any tips, anything like that, and no, I'm not going to go vegetarian, and I think that Freely the Banana Girl is a frickin' fruitcake, and Raw Till 4 is not working, although I am listening to a a lot of lectures by John McDougall right at this point, and yeah, so we do have to have some cooked food to process, so please don't try and tell me to go fully raw. I eat raw half the day as it is. So there you go. Everybody, blessed be.